everyone, I'm Halie, welcome back, or if you're new, hi there. So today's video is going to be about advice for incoming high schoolers. So as someone who just graduated high school, I've come up with some helpful tips and just some things to know going in that I felt like I needed to share. And I actually have some siblings that are going into high school this year, so I thought, this would be helpful for them and it would be a helpful video for everyone who watches. Or if you're already in high school, or if you've been through high school, like maybe you'll agree with some of these things. But yeah, let's just get right into it. I have some stuff written down on my phone. So my first bit of advice, don't make out in the hallways. There is plenty of time away from school to do that. Don't do it in the hallways. That's, gag me. Let's just not. Let's keep the PDA out of school, okay? I don't care how much you're in love with your partner, etc., etc. Do it outside of school. We don't need to see that on our way to class. Number 2, stay away from fights. I don't care if he said something about whoever's boyfriend, don't do it. This is not a jail prison yard where you're trying to establish dominance. This is school. We're here to learn, we're not here to pick fights. So try to stay away from fights as much as possible. Don't get suspended. Number 3, be prepared. Make sure you have gum, make sure you have pencils. Always have a notebook or something to write on. If your school does computers, make sure your computer's charged on the first day, or every single day. Make sure you don't come to school with a dead computer. Although a lot of teachers are nice, or at least in the schools that I went to, a lot of teachers were nice and would let you charge it during class, but just be prepared. It's better to be prepared. That includes tampons, for those that use tampons, or pads. Make sure you bring some extras. And if someone needs an extra one, just give it to them. If you have an extra, do someone that's solid. I know high school is all about having fun and hanging out with friends and yada yada yada, but make sure to keep your grades up. It'll open up so many more opportunities if you keep your grades good. And I know it can be hard sometimes just because of the workload, but it really just depends on the teacher in class with that, but just keep your grades up. It's probably easier said than done for a lot of people, but trust me, it'll open up opportunities. You keep them up. Be paying attention in class. I know some classes are boring and you just want to zone out and pretend you're somewhere else or wherever, but pay attention for the most part. I know it's difficult to pay attention in some classes because some teachers like to drone on and on and on, but try to pay attention as much as possible because you'll definitely feel more prepared for tests and for homework and quizzes and such and such. And with that, put yourself first. School can be very draining and very difficult mentally for a lot of people. So, sometimes it's okay to take a mental health day. Obviously not every other day, because you still need to go to school and you still need to show up. But if you need to, every once in a while, just take a mental health day. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Drink water. Make sure that you're eating in the morning. Don't neglect your personal health just because you have a quiz coming up or you woke up late for school. Take care of yourself. You'll see, you'll do so much better in school if you're making sure to take care of yourself first. Okay. The next piece of advice, be cautious about who you hang out with, because there are a lot of bad groups in schools, especially if you're in a public school. I don't know specifically about private schools. I did public school and online school, and I kind of switched back and forth between those, but just be careful who you're hanging out with. You don't want to get caught in the wrong crowd. If you are, peer pressure is going to be a lot worse. In high school in general, there's going to be peer pressure. But if you just surround yourself with good people, make sure there's a lot of snakes in high school, but try to surround yourself with people that have your best interests at heart and that aren't going to peer pressure you into doing bad things that go against your morals. You just try to stick to a good group of people. And they're in there. They're in your school. They definitely are. You just have to seek them out and make yourself available to become friends with good people. So with that, even though you should be cautious who you hang out with, you should also go out and have fun. This is high school, you're still young, you're still developing. I don't know. You are still developing, you're growing into the person that you want to become. So I say just go out and have fun. High school is such a small portion of your life. Don't be afraid to go out of your box. and to go hang out with some new people. Like, maybe you don't want to stick with the same friend group you had in middle school. Like, be willing to go out of your box. Don't just stay inside your entire high school career, because, I mean, you are gonna remember some of this stuff. Like, man, remember that time we went to the park and we, I don't know, skateboarded into a pole? Whatever you guys wanted to. Just go out and have fun. Like, don't be stuck inside. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. Go hang out with people. Go have fun. Go make memories. Like, it's okay. It's okay to do that. And that's kind of part of, like, taking care of yourself too. Like, it'll be good mentally to, like, have a break and to have some fun and, like, go out with friends on the weekend or yada yada. You don't have to know exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life. You don't have to decide that in high school. But it is good to start thinking about it. And by start thinking about it, I mean, like, college preparedness. If you're wanting to go to college, like, there are counselors, there are advisors, there are people that can help you out, that'll help you find out, like, what you want to do or what you're interested in, or how you could, like, make a hobby into a career. Like, there's so many people that help you out and that want to help you out. So reach out to those people, talk to counselors. If you are wanting to go to college, then I suggest talking to your counselor, being like, hey, I want to go to college. And they'll be like, that's awesome. And they'll give you, like, a whole thing to prepare for it. You can apply for scholarships. Your counselor can help you figure out which college would be the best for whatever career you want to go into. Don't do drugs. I know that's one that's like, stay in school, don't do drugs. Do not do drugs. They're bad for you. I don't care if you've been doing them since middle school. Like, do not get into that stuff in high school, because your brain is still developing and it'll mess everything up for you. Like, everything. I knew some really good people that unfortunately got into drugs in high school, and I mean, I'm not close with them anymore because, you know, that's like the path that they decided to go down, and I didn't want to surround myself with that. Say no to drugs. And again, that goes with, like, hanging out with the right people. Don't be in a group that's gonna peer pressure you to, like, do this or try this, or don't do drugs. You'll thank me later. Don't do them. Another good thing to remember is that high school is literally such a small portion of your life. Like, whatever drama you have going on with teachers, or this person said something about me, or this rumor is happening, or this, like, it's all gonna go away once you graduate. Unless you, like, decide to stay in contact with toxic people, which I don't know why you would do that. But it's such a small portion. And, like, all that drama is just gonna go away. Don't put too much of your energy into, like, that drama. Because it might seem super big, and all of your problems might seem super big in the moment, and you think, high school's gonna go on forever, this is my life now. Like, it'll pass. Everything's gonna pass. And yeah, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be out of school eventually. Like, it might feel like an eternity now, but, like, it'll be over before you know it. Some more advice: don't run to classes. I mean, if you're gonna be late, then obviously you can run. But save the running for, like, you know, sports, not the hallways. Because that's how you trip over people, that's how you accidentally run into people, break their noses, whatever. Like, just don't run in the hallways. And teachers will tell you that too. Like, just don't do it. Be respectful to teachers. Even if your teacher is, like, the meanest, most strict, gives the most homework, yada yada yada, like, just be nice to your teachers and be respectful, because they're there to help you. Like, whether they show that they care or not, like, they are there to help you and to help you learn, and, you know, to help prepare you for the real world. So be respectful to them. You're not gonna be any cooler for talking back to a teacher. Like, you're not gonna get street cred. Like, it's just disrespectful. Like, they're a person too. I've actually been in a class where the kids were so mean to this teacher that he literally walked out crying and was done for the day. Like, he had to, like, go home sick because he was just so upset by these kids. Like, it's not funny, and it's not cool. They're people too, and they just want to be respected. Respect them, and they're gonna respect you back. Hopefully. I can't promise when teachers end, but treat them how you want to be treated. Be open and communicate with them. If you have a missing assignment, just talk to them about it. Hopefully they'll be understanding. Again, I can't speak for every single teacher. Like I said, they're people too. And hopefully they'll be understanding. If you have a missing assignment or you missed a quiz, like, talk to them. And that's gonna be a lot more difficult, and they're gonna be a lot less lenient if you're disrespectful in class and rude and interrupt or like whatever. So just please, please, please be respectful to teachers. They're all doing their best, and a lot of them do not get paid well enough. So please respect your teachers. And also, it's really good to like build a relationship with your teachers, not relationship. That's illegal, don't do that. I'm talking about like a mutual, respectful relationship. Like, you know, ask them how their day's going. They might talk about themselves a lot and you might get to have a chill little class day. Like I said, they're people. Like, they love to share their interests. They love to talk about themselves, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, don't do it all the time to where you're like not learning anything. But yeah, you know, ask a teacher how their day is going. Maybe bring them like a treat that they talked about or a drink, a Polar Pop or something. Just be nice, be respectful, and I mean, the nicer you are to teachers, hopefully the nicer they're gonna be to you. Yeah, they're just gonna be more respectful, they're gonna be more lenient on assignments. I know, I've always been like super good friends with my teachers and I've shown them respect, and it's just all worked out for me. I mean, assignments got easier, I didn't bribe anybody, but they were more lenient on assignments. Because I was nice to them, and they were nice to me, and it was like a mutual respect. It's important. And that's all I want. If they want to teach you, they want to help you, like just respect them. So my little sister Savannah stopped by to say hi, and
little but taller.
Yeah. She is one of the lovely children that are going into high school this year. What have you experienced so far?
Even if you don't have classes with your friends, you'll still see them.
Yeah, she went to orientation,
and I saw my friends like 5,000 times today.
Yeah. Don't worry if you don't get classes with your friends because you will see them during breaks or during passing periods.
At lunch.
Yeah.
Luckily, me and my friends all have the same lunch. And Luke.
Nice.
And Luke.
Our other brother Luke has lunch with you?
Yes. It's gonna be great.
And he can drive. He can take you guys to lunch and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
He's gonna be my personal Uber.
So I'm gonna tell you the rest of the advice since you're here.
Okay.
So my other piece of advice, don't stress about the rest of your life. You have so long to figure out like what you're gonna do. You don't need to decide what your career is for the next 80 years like in high school.
That is so true.
You have time.
I get so many questions saying like, have you looked at colleges yet? Like, are you going to college? What job are you gonna do once you graduate? I'm only a freshman.
Yeah, you don't have to decide that your freshman year. I mean, it's definitely something to look at or like look into if you're interested in that, but you don't need to stress about it.
Yeah.
And my last...
Also, for the girls that get acne from stressing, like moi, don't stress about school or else you'll break out the day before school.
Yeah, try not to stress.
From personal experience.
It'll clear up.
And it's a small one, so I can just cover it with concealer.
The first week is always stressful. Alright, so my last and final advice. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need help finding the class, if you need help on an assignment, like don't be afraid to ask your teachers.
That is so true. Like all of last year, I didn't ask for any help, so I was stuck struggling with school.
Yeah, don't be stuck struggling.
Like I almost didn't make it to freshman year.
That's not good. Keep your grades up. Do that in high school. Keep your grades up. I already said that in the video, but you got this. That's my last piece. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and you got this.
Sorry, I'm spilling some perfume.
Anyways, that is all of my advice, and I'm sure she's gonna watch this video because
I will. I definitely will.
Yeah, because she's going into freshman year. She doesn't know what to expect, but I gave a bunch of tips in this video.
Literally, tonight I'm gonna binge watch literally all of the back to school advice videos.
I got some good stuff in here, so watch my video when it comes out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope some of this advice helps ease your anxiety a little bit about school, and I hope you learned something.
I love this.
I won this at a, what's it called? A claw machine.
Claw machine?
A thingy. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!